property rights, issues and challenges, organized by Department of Social Sciences, Department of Commerce and Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Babu Jagjeevan Ram Government Degree College. Now, I am very glad to invite Dr. P.V. Geeta Lakshmi Patnaik Madam, our principal, esteemed principal, under whose stewardship the college is going into the greater heights, and under ma'am's leadership, college has become a paragon of excellence. Ma'am, please occupy your distinguished chair on the dais. Virtue comes through contemplation of divine and the exercise of philosophy, but it also comes through public service. He is such a great leader, and as Winston Churchill said, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Sir, our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Ramlu sir's life illustrates this great concept initiated by Winston Churchill. I give the privilege to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Dr. M. Ramlu sir, Controller of Examinations, Usmania University. A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. Here is such a great professor who has illuminated the lives of thousands of students by igniting their young minds. Sir is the embodiment of simple living and high thinking. I am very much delighted to welcome our keynote speaker, Professor Y. Srinivasulu sir, Department of International Studies, Pondicherry Central University, onto the dais. Sir, please occupy your distinguished chair on the dais. Students, please settle down quickly. Gautam Buddha says that a generous heart, kind speech, and life of service and compassion are the things which renew humanity. Dr. P. Sairam Reddy Garu personifies these noble concepts of Gautam Buddha. Now I cordially invite our guest of honor, Dr. P. Sairam Reddy Garu, co-founder and chief scientific officer, Urban Kisan Farms, and director of Heartfulness Institute, onto the dais. I extend my warm welcome to Sri P. Satyanarayan Reddy sir, vice principal and the dynamic, dedicated academic coordinator of our college. Sir, please come and occupy the chair on the dais. Now, our hearty welcome to our vice principal and director of a national seminar, Dr. Kasturi Suryanarayana sir, who is the embodiment of love and compassion, a great humanist in our college. Now I cordially invite the young and dynamic coordinator of national seminars. He is a man with virtues like hard work, determination and dedication. Dr. D. Muniswamy sir, onto the dais. Sir, please occupy your chair. Assistant Professor of Chemistry, to present a bouquet to our esteemed Principal Madam. Telugu to present a bouquet to Professor Y. Srinivasu sir, our keynote speaker. I request Srimati H. Geeta Madam, Associate Professor of History, to present a bouquet to Dr. P. Sairam Reddy sir, our guest of honor. I request Sri M. Pandarina sir, Assistant Professor of Economics, to present a bouquet to our Vice Principal Sri P. Satyanarayan Reddy sir and our Dynamic Academic Coordinator. I request Dr. H. Srinivas sir to present a bouquet to Dr. Kasturi Suryanarayana sir, our Vice Principal and Director of the National Seminar. I request Dr. Govind Deshmukh sir to present a bouquet to our Young and Dynamic Coordinator of the seminar, Dr. D. Muniswamy sir.
Hey, silence.
Now I request all the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp. Praying the God to bless us so that the seminar may throw some light on different issues of intellectual property rights. As the light dispels the darkness, all the eminent speakers are here to throw light on varied aspects of IPRs so that our intellectual horizons may be widened.
ఇంకా రెండు చైర్లు వేసేసి అక్కడ ఇంకా రెండు చైర్ రాసేసేయండి. ఓకే, నేను ఫోన్ చేసినా
I request all the dignitaries to be please seated.
చెప్తా నీకు నేను ఫోన్ చేసిన.
Sorry for the little bit inconvenience here. please settle down quickly. Now, I request our esteemed Principal Madam, Dr. P.V. Geeta Lakshmi Patnaik Madam, to present the welcome address on this occasion.
Thank you, Malika. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor M. Ram, Controller of Examinations, Osmania University. Distinguished Guest of Honor, Dr. P. Sairam Reddy, Co-founder and Chief Scientific Officer, Urban Kisan Farms, India. Esteemed Keynote Speaker, Professor Srinivaslu Yarlagadda, Department of International Business, School of Business Management, Pondicherry Central University. Respected Vice Principal, Sri P. Satyanarayan Reddy, respected Director of the Seminar and Vice Principal, Dr. K. Narayana, Convener of the Seminar, Dr. D. Muniswamy, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. V. Malika, distinguished delegates, respected colleagues, and beloved students, a very good morning. As Principal of Babu Jagjeevan Ram Government Degree College, Narayanaguda, it is my proud privilege to welcome you all to the one-day National Seminar on Intellectual Property Rights, Issues and Challenges, which is organized by the Faculty of Social Sciences, the Department of Commerce, and the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of the college. On behalf of the college and on my own behalf, I express my heartfelt gratitude to the Telangana State Council of Higher Education, Hyderabad, for sponsoring this seminar. I congratulate the Faculty of Social Sciences, the Department of Commerce, and the IQAC for organizing a national seminar on a topic that is so important and relevant in today's world. I am reminded of what Theodore Levitt, a German-born American economist and a professor at the Harvard Business School once said, I quote, "Creativity is thinking up new things. Innovation is doing new things," unquote. Today, more than ever, there is a need to foster an environment in which creativity and innovation can flourish. As we live in a digital age, if the internet has made the sharing of ideas and information possible, it has also unfortunately made it easier for ideas and works to be stolen. This is damaging to both national economies and innovation. According to the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, intellectual property or IP, I quote, refers to creations of the mind such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs, and symbols, names, and images used in commerce, unquote. Intellectual property contributes immensely to national and state economies. And as a natural corollary, it follows that intellectual property protection is critical to fostering innovation. Without proper enforcement of copyrights, patents, trademarks, trade secrets, etc., industries, businesses, artists, and innovators would suffer. More importantly, consumers who rely on IP to ensure that they are purchasing safe and guaranteed products are also affected. Therefore, it is obvious that in a scenario where their rights are not protected, businesses and individuals would be unable to reap the full benefits of their inventions. And this would naturally result in a reduced interest and focus in research and development. Similarly, when artists are not fully compensated for their creations, what would obviously happen is that cultural vitality would be lost. And one very relevant example, which I'm sure most of our young students here would have followed, is the recent controversy, the plagiarism controversy over the Varaharupam song in the film Kantara. It would be very pertinent for me to refer to the National Intellectual Property Rights IPR Policy of India 2016, which states that its vision is, I quote, "An India where creativity and innovation are stimulated by intellectual property for the benefit of all, And India, where intellectual property promotes advancement in science and technology, arts and culture, traditional knowledge and biodiversity resources, and India, where knowledge is the main driver of development and knowledge owned is transformed into knowledge shared, unquote. This vision can be realized by developing a vibrant, balanced, and effective intellectual property ecosystem that would not only enable innovation and creativity for the benefit of all, but also promote public welfare by protecting the rights of all its citizens. It is in this context that the need for spreading awareness on intellectual property rights or IPR arises, given the fact that we are all highly connected to the digital landscape. This seminar is but an attempt to provide a platform for spirited discussions and debates on intellectual property rights, and I'm confident that it would benefit students, faculty, scholars, and the general public too. Last but not the least, I thank our distinguished guests for their kind acceptance of our invitation. We are indeed honored by your gracious presence and look forward to your valuable messages. I would like to express my appreciation to the organizing committee, especially Dr. D. Muniswamy, for the dedicated efforts to make this seminar possible. I thank all the delegates who are here, all the students who are sitting there so quietly, thankfully. Thank you for making it possible for us to conduct this seminar. And I hope all the participants will have a fruitful and beneficial experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us on the importance of fostering an environment which promotes creativity, innovation, and the importance of IPR ecosystem. Thank you. Now, I invite Dr. D. Muniswamy, sir, convener of the seminar, to present the seminar address.
Respected Principal Dr. P. V. Lakshman, Madam, the respected Chief Guest Professor M. Ramulu, Controller of Examiner, Usmania University, and also respected Keynote Speaker Professor Srinivasulu Yaragada, Department of International Business, School of Business Management, Pondicherry Central University. Also, the respected guest of honor, Dr. P. Sairam Reddy, co-founder and chief scientific officer in Urban Kisan Farms, India, and our respected vice principals, Dr. P. Satyanarayana Reddy sir, and Dr. K. Surnarayan sir, and IQAC coordinator, Dr. V. Malika madam, and faculty members, distinguished guests, students, paper presenters, very good morning to all. So we know that actually, sorry for the inconvenience, actually our date was 3rd February 2023. So because of some reason, we postponed to today, 10th February 2023. So for that, from our side, we are sorry for the inconvenience. So anyway, when come to the this seminar, it is one of the most important seminar. Actually, nowadays, the government of India, the intellectual government of India mainly focusing on the intellectual property rights. Recently, I attended one workshop for this one. According their data, in India, almost only 30,000 patent rights till now we have. Under the government of India register, 30,000 patents we have. But whereas in the foreign there are some lakhs of the patents they have. Okay, that is one of the thing. So that's why the government of India, the Department of Patents, they are conducting awareness programs to increase the patents and to motivate the faculty members and students regarding this one. Okay, recently the government of India under the chairmanship of the Prime Minister, they organized one meeting, they focused on this intellectual property rights, copyrights, trademarks and all. So because of this only, the awareness programs also the Government of India Department focusing. So in the part of that, when I attended that seminar, and we motivated to organize this seminar. Actually before that, our principal also discussed about many times to organize one type of workshop regarding this property rights patents. But today it was realized finally. Okay, thank you for everyone to attending this meeting. So this intellectual property rights are the rights given to the person over the creations of their minds. They usually give the creator an exclusive right over the use of the creation for a certain period of time. A patent protects new inventions, processes, or scientific creations. A trademark protects brands, logos, slogans, and copyrights protect the original works of the authorship. Okay, IPR is the right of the people over their intellectual creations, ideas which are abstract. The representation of the something must be protected once they have been materialized as a result of the human intellectual efforts. IPR is a copyright, patent, copyrights, trademark, and industrial designs, geographical indications, protection of layout, design of integrated circuits, and protection of the undisclosed information, and protection of the new plant variety. IPR refers to the monopoly protection for creative works such as writing, copyright, invention, processes, and identifications. And IPR related law and rules are very difficult to understand for common people who are related with various types of the business, industries and researchers. Therefore, this national seminar would be helpful to spread awareness regarding the IPR and they related to issues among the students, researchers, faculty, business groups and organizations. So this seminar focuses on the various aspects of the intellectual property rights, issues and challenges, and the objectives of the seminar is to create the awareness among the students and teachers on the protection of intellectual rights, different issues and regarding the capacity building on the intellectual property rights. The seminar will be valuable to researchers to understand the role of intellectual property right in innovation and technology transfer and also support the creation of a strong ecosystem. So in this seminar, the papers we invited on the different sub-themes, the total 97 abstracts we received till now. Of course, after the printing the book, around 10 abstracts also we received. Sorry for that, because of the time we did not print it in the souvenir. So till now, 30 full papers also we received. So we are planning to publish all the full papers. So in the UGC tier list journals, and almost these 97 papers we received all over the world. Some of the papers from Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Gujarat, and even Jammu Kashmir, Nagaland, some other states also received. So since we received almost the papers from the various parts of the country, so definitely we can say that it is a true spirit of the national seminar. So all the delegates who participated in the seminar so are requested to present your papers. We are also provided online facilities also. So some of the people they are online. YouTube facilities also we given, Zoom link and YouTube. So some of the participants from other states they participated in the national seminar. So thank you for all the participants. We have after this inaugural session, we have the technical sessions. So I request all the participants to present your papers in the technical sessions also. We have 3 technical sessions. So all the paper presenters will give the sufficient time to present the papers in the technical sessions. I hope this national seminar will bring some output and also you will get some awareness about the intellectual property rights and trademark, copyright and patents in this regard. So thank you. So all the participants, and thank you also resting on the dignitaries on the dais. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I was reminded of Abdul Kalam's quote that learning leads to thinking, thinking leads to knowledge, knowledge leads to creativity, and creativity makes me a great human being. So as sir said, education is a manifestation of the creativity that is already there in the man. So in order to motivate the faculty members, students, as sir said, India is having a less number of patents, just in thousands, whereas in foreign countries it's in lakhs. So thank you, sir, for explaining us the backdrop of the seminar and also pulling up all the resources and being the architect for this program. Thank you for everything. Now, taking the program ahead, I request all the dignitaries on the dais to release the souvenir. I request the chief guest, principal madam, guest of honor, keynote speaker, our vice principals and coordinator. Please release the souvenir. Now I invite Srimati P. Geeta Sri Madam, Assistant Professor of Political Science, to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Dr. M. Ramalu sir, who is a State Best Teacher Awardee in the year 2022.
Respected principal ma'am and all the dignitaries on the dais and upstairs, dear students, a very good morning to all. This is very immense pleasure to me to introduce Professor M. Ramalu sir, Controller of Examinations, Usmania University. Sir has a vast research experience and sir now he is working in the Usmania University as the head of the examinations. And sir is Assistant Professor of Department of Economics, Usmania University, Hyderabad. Sir, area of the specialization is agriculture and agricultural marketing. Earlier, he served as a marketing officer in Directorate of Marketing and Inspection, Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperation, Government of India. Involved in the conducting surveys and prepared the reports of the agriculture commodities. Visited Manila, Philippines and training for the training of promote the niche marketing and agriculture products. As on date, he has 15 years of the teaching and research experience. Published 20 papers in reputed journals of both national and international research, fame of which include main weekly. So, the Asian Economic Review, OUCIP, Journal of International Studies, American Journal of Business, Economic and Management, International Journal of Contemporary Issues, Usmania Journal of Social Sciences, etc. A part of these, participated and presented research finding at national and international seminars and conferences, published a book on cotton farmers and regulated markets. Sir has completed 3 MRPs funded by the SERO, UGC, RUSA 2.20 and SAP. Department of Economics published articles on contemporary economics issues in various daily English newspapers. Along with this, Sir teaching and research pursuit, he has been associated with the academic administrative services to serve the students' community with honesty and zeal. Sir served as an NSS ETA coordinator from 2017 to 2021, additional controller of examination branch in 2015 to 2017. He was vice principal, University College of Arts and Social Sciences, Usmania University. So, he is busy faculty in various prestigious institutions like Manage, EEI, CRIDA, DMI, SAMIT, WAMETI, TBKS, marketing departments and board of central and state governments. Delivered lectures in academic staff college for faculty of economics discipline. Prepared and recorded e-content on agricultural marketing in India and role of cooperative agricultural economics for BA students to EMMRC OU of UGC project. And the sir also received 2023, he received Best Teacher Award also. So it is a great pleasure to me to invite from behalf of the BJR GDC College, principal and all the staff here, cordially inviting you. Thank you.
Now I invite our esteemed chief guest, a dynamic leader of Usmania University, to address the students. Sir's motto is always welfare of the students.
Good morning, all of you. Thank you very much. My screen introduced me really and I don't know. But it will be a nice manner. The respected principal of the prestigious college, Geeta Patnaik ma'am, Professor Srinivas Narayanaguda, Sai Reddy sir, the principal, vice principal, my beloved friend, Muniswamy sir, and my beloved, really fortunate person to stand before them, my Srinivas sir, Kishan sir, and other friends also there, Malika madam also there. Actually, really I am not a chief guest, my dear friends, I am coming to meet my friends. Okay, but by courtesy or by whatever that. But always I am believing that I liked more the leadership mode of letter, but not by the position. I want to lead as a profession. That is my interest. That's what as a professional aspects I have come for the guest, but not a leader of the examination branch. Okay. Now just already I don't want to speak too much because this is not my area. Already patent has given to the teachers to speak on the patents. Okay, that's what I don't want to do that. Generally, the Muniswamy sir clearly explained the product and process or industrial design, trademarks, geographical education, other areas. Generally, after the WTO establishment, the patent rights schemes, TRIPS, when they taken place, the patent rights rule has taken much. Today, so many trade obstacles are there, trade restrictions are there through maybe the TRIPS, maybe the TRIPS. Particularly intellectual property rights, intellectual methods, even the other non-trade barriers also creating to obstacle the trade all over the world. It may be the SPS, sanitary certifications, or HSCB analysis. That is some of the points as taken place, they will explain that. The only my concern, only that majorly what are the challenges are important. The challenges in the patents, you can go to the as the legal aspects are there, everything is there. If you are enlightened, all the students or community who are doing the research and involved in the different aspects, then we'll take the patents, how we'll take the patents, what are the legalities are there, what are the documentations are required. Isn't it? That is one of the important challenges also there. Generally, whenever you want to take the patent anything, you have to prove yourself other than present existing is very important. Existing you won't get any patent. Innovation is very, very important. If you are innovated or not, prove it yourself. Prove it is not a Isn't it? We have to scientific evidence very essential. If the really true work are there, definitely patent getting is a very beneficial because when a patent is there, that is very good instrument for the protection of the inventor. Because he is spending so much of time, his own money, doing so much of research, so much of work, if you are not protecting him, who will protect? You will lose a very amount. That's why there is a protection rights is a very important. Fortunately, India has a very wide, vibrant opportunity. There is so many patents because we are geographically very different aspects are there. So much of the herbal products are there, medicinal plants are there. Still, we are not properly documented. Even though tomorrow one person claiming that this is a mine, this product is not India, this is not product of this product of India. Unfortunately, since long we are telling orally, but there is no proper documentation. When you are claiming the law before the law orally, nobody can listen that. You want to protect your anything, protect your product rights. Definitely, different documentation is very important. Unfortunately, documentation is very poor. You can take any aspect of that thing. Generally, while doing also, we are not recording the processing also. We are doing trial and error method, doing anything, but how you are doing your processes also is not properly documented. If you are not properly processed also, you are not, even the process also you get the patents, not only product. That means how you are processed, what is the difference for your process, other process, if you are properly documenting that, definitely very easy to get the protection of your rights. That is one of the important, and generally legal complications, everybody is there, here also legal complication, local complication, legal complication, international legal complications are there. But one thing, my dear friends, the protect rights giving is how much important to the producer, inventor and innovator. Simultaneously, society also very important. How long will give the protection of IPRs? Rights to the particular person. Which are continuously giving that in the long run, the monopoly people may be increasing. The period is very challenging. How much time? 20 years or 30 years or 40 years? That depends on how much cost incurred. You have to calculate the period it should be decided. Period deciding is a very difficult question. If something goes wrong, many producers will be lost. If you are giving the benefit to the producer, consumer will suffer. Because the patent sometimes creating the monopoly power or sometimes monopolistic power. Monopoly always are exploitative motive is there in the economic student is there. That is one of the important aspects are there. That's why all our people can give the very good explanation. Really, I don't want to speak too much here, but I am clearly believing that you people, how many are sitting here, definitely tomorrow you will go to your field level or your whatever your expertise is with you. You will create your own, take the number of patents, bring the glory to the institution, glory to you. Ultimately, you have to increase your own income, company income, and national income to take up more patents and make the compete to the other nations to take the patent rights. Thank you very much. And congratulating once again to all the college management and students and paper presenters. Thank you and have a good day for all.
Thank you, sir. I know, sir, for a long time. I have seen him working in various administrative positions as NSS coordinator, ETI NSS coordinator, program coordinator, academic cell of OU with 100 years old Usmania University, and now controller of examinations. When I see him, I thought that he is really an embodiment of servant leadership. That is a leader who is there to serve the people rather than for accruing power. Really, he is always for the student community, dear students. And also, sir, thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. Your presence enchanted us and motivated us, and sir has clearly explained about the importance of documentation and processing of the patents. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much on behalf of our college. Now I invite Dr. Kasturi Suryanarayana, sir, Vice Principal and Director of this national seminar, to introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. P. Sairam Reddy, sir.
I am happy to introduce Dr. P. Sairam Reddy, sir, co-founder and Chief Scientific Officer, in Urban Kisan Farms, India, and Director, Heartfulness Institute. Sir is a passionate researcher and entrepreneur. Sir always aims towards developing environmentally safe and sustainable agricultural technologies. Sir did his PhD in the field of plant biotechnology and postdoctoral research in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, as a National Fellow of Biotechnology. Sir also did his postdoctoral research in University of Delaware, United States of America, as a National Institute of Health Fellow. Sir did PG Diploma in Patent Law from National Academy of Legal Studies Research, NALSET, Executive MBA from Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, and various certificate courses from Indian School of Business, Stanford University, MIT, and Harvard Universities. Currently, Sir is leading the R&D of his own startup, Urban Kisan, a vertical farming pioneer in India. Urban Kisan is listed in the top 5 most influential projects in India for the year 2020 by Prime Minister of India. Urban Kisan was also awarded Startup of the Year 2021 by Economic Times, Company of the Year 2021 by the Inner Review, and Global Sustainability Award and Innovative Social Enterprise of the Year 2021 by the Indus Entrepreneurs Sustainability Summit 2020. Urban Kisan received investments from the leading investors like Y Combinator, United States of America, and BASF, Baden Aniline and Soda Factory, Germany. Sir published over 30 research articles in peer-reviewed international journals, presented many more topics in several scientific forums in multiple countries. Sir was honored by national and international scientific bodies and received many awards for his scientific contributions, including National Fellow in Biotechnology by Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, Best Project Leader and Best Mentor by JK Organization, Outstanding Biotechnologist by WCPTC, Sri Lanka, and Distinguished Scientist by Science and Technology Foundation, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Excellency Award, Indian Achievers Award for the year 2021. He was listed in the top 10 leaders in agriculture industry for the year 2020. He has been a sincere seeker of spirituality, practicing heartfulness way of meditation for more than 2 decades. Sir is currently extending his voluntary service as Director of Heartfulness Institute, India, and also as a trainer of heartfulness meditation and contributing his part in building stress-free society oriented towards higher life goals. Thank you, sir. Really, we are very much happy. Please, sir, please.
A great leader's courage to fulfill his vision comes from passion and not position. He is such a great leader with passion who has received worldwide accolades for his Urban Kisan farm. And as Albert Einstein said, only a life lived in the service to others is worth living. He is living true to that spirit. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Respected dignitaries on the dais, respected faculty and my dear friends, I'm very thankful to the management, the organizers of this seminar to invite me. Actually, like Malika phone just talked to, it was a bit a shocker to me. Degree college lo intellectual property gurinchi ante I never heard. At this age, intellectual property gurinchi. As of I am concerned, actually I got to know about this intellectual property and started thinking about it only when I was doing my research. Not until then. I was not really aware of anything of that sort. But this, I should really appreciate Dr. Geeta Lakshmi Garu and Dr. Munuswamy for taking an initiative to introduce this, the topic as a seminar at this age. It's very important and it's a topic to really start churning from this age itself. Actually, it's a very interesting topic and extremely important topic when it comes to the society. intellectual property, like Munswami Garu mentioned, that India we have only about 30,000 patents, but many other developed countries are having lakhs of patents. There is a history behind, sir, for that. Indian, the structure of, the culture, which is descending from Vedic, the knowledge, believes the knowledge descends from above. We call it as a Sruti, so knowledge descends from above. Knowledge is not generated by us. So it is owned by God. So it should go for the welfare of everybody. That is the reason why there was no concept called a patent in India. Whereas in Europe, the earliest record of patent was the 6th century. Okay, so we have so many hundreds of years of age gap between the Patent Act from that world to this world. That is also the reason why that there was an enormous industrial revolution in the developed world compared to the India, Asian, African continents, where they strongly believed culturally that knowledge should never be protected, should be allowed for the benefit of everybody. Only after we got freedom, we had the Indian Patents Act, and then we had some protection from the British Act, but not from Indian Patents Act. We became treaty to WTO, World Trade Organization, in the year 1995, I believe January, 1995 January onwards, we were treaty to WTO. Until then, we had only 2 acts to protect IP: patents and then copyright, nothing else. No, patents, So, rest all came later. We are obligated to protect as part of WTO. WIPO is there, TRIPS is there, and all these organizations internationally facilitate. These are all as part of the negotiation between the developed countries and then developing countries. As part of this WTO, we had somewhere squeeze in and give some kind of a protection so that we can have a free trade. Otherwise, it is very difficult. For example, like we had full coverage of patents, until 1970s. In 1970s, Janata government felt that this is going to be a problem for our the domestic development of certain products, especially pharma. So they changed the Patent Act. They introduced a new act, Janata government, and in that Patent Act there is no product patent. There is only process and other patents, but no product can be patented. As a result of it, all the products which were covered elsewhere became open. They can never patent, like a Pfizer or Eli Lilly. We talk global drug companies who owns the majority of the IP for these drugs cannot protect the drug in India. But what they can protect is the way they manufacture the drug, the way they manufacture the tablet, capsule, and the way they deliver. All those things can be patented, but not the molecule. So, and then they started, the pharma industry. Government initiated this pharma industry right here in Hyderabad. That is the reason why Hyderabad is the pharma hub of India. So it's an initiative by Government of India. So drug became generic, but the process is protected. So you can do reverse engineering to do a different ways of manufacturing that product. So that is the reason why today India is one of the cheapest drug producers. We could protect all our people in India during this pandemic. So we never had to depend on any country. We were supplying drugs to the entire world, right? So this is because of that. But as part of WTO, we were obligated to again bring back the product patent. But still, Indian government was so concerned, and I mean, I should really appreciate whichever party it is, that government had the consistency in, the protecting the rights of Indians. So they negotiated it so well, though we were treaty for WTO in 1995, but until 2005 we did not have the product patent. Okay, so we had that cushion, so that our industries can equip ourselves, governments can fund enough for these industries to spend more money on R&Ds and come out with more molecules, more products which are protected for them. So we are equipped enough to compete the world outside India. Even if someone comes for product patent, we are also there with product patent. So that's the kind of spirit the Indian government has actually taken it through. And Indian patent regime is one of the best in the world, where it has the protection for the industry as well as very well protection for the society. There is something called sui generis in WIPO. So we use that sui generis, meaning to simply like have your own act. Like yes, so patent act is like you have to comply like global trend, global policies. But when you are protecting under this sui generis, it doesn't matter whether you give the same kind of protections, but have something to protect. Okay, so that you will comply that the global treaties. So we used it enough, and we introduced very wonderful acts like PPBFR, Protection for Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights. And we have Biodiversity Act, we have Geographical Indicators Act. So all these have come in this particular channel, which gave us comfort to design our own way. Okay, but several of them are like very loosely framed. In fact, it's a deliberate act, I believe so, to make sure that people are not tortured because of the Protection Act or legal action. So this kind of seminars, this kind of things, that brings awareness about this patents regime. What I anticipate is, of course, I'll be very happy if any of you are coming out with patents or some kind of intellectual protections and filing, and then that is going to add value to the country. But more so, I would see like, you don't infringe the act and then become a victim of it. So the awareness is very important. There are acts like this. You better be careful. You better do a thorough reviews before you do it, anything like copyright acts, like as Madam mentioned. So that awareness is very important for us. It helps us to operate within the the permitted purviews. It's something we call it as freedom to operate. We should know whether we have freedom to operate what we are doing, or what I am doing is already covered somewhere. If I am not aware of it, and I may be penalized for that. Okay, so at least that is very important to take it to the young minds at this juncture. I'm sure many of you are going to become entrepreneurs, and when you are doing an entrepreneurship, it is very important to be aware of this patent regime, and then equip yourself with this knowledge so you don't get into the troubles. On the other side, you can also become a owner of an IP, intellectual property. So we'll have more interactive sessions, I believe, after this. So thank you very much and wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. A moving encyclopedia, a social entrepreneur, a meditator, a director of Heartfulness Institute. I know him since past 10 years, a great multitasker, and with utmost perfection in each and every finer aspect. And thank you, sir, for being with us and enlightening us on the historical account of, as you said, knowledge is for the welfare of all. Coincidentally, the motto of our college is Gnanam Sarvahitaya, knowledge is for universal welfare. So here we are also striving for that, and you have excellently explained us the historical account and why the product patent is not granted and why process patenting is available, and how the TRIPS and World Trade Organizations are working under this and the government is protecting the interests of the people. And it's not the end of Sir's session. Immediately after the formal inaugural session, there will be interaction session with all the faculty and students so that we can gain more from his expertise and knowledge. Thank you, sir, for being with us. He is my brother. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much.